particularly when you have an Akrapovic exhaust behind me that sounds like this. Welcome to the Abarth 695 Rivale. Now it's only right that I set the scene and start this video right here in some sort of boat inspired location. Once you get inside the Abarth 695 Rivale, it's a very, very nice place to be. And obviously the sun is out, so we have to have the roof down. But there's a couple of things that I think are the shining stars of this specific model. The first being the the entirety of the carbon dash that you get from the 695 Rivale. Now there's also the option of having a mahogany dash, which, based on the fact that the 695 Rivale, its roots are oceanic, they're boat inspired. So I think personally, if I was to buy one, I would go for the wooden dash. You also get the beautiful blue leather seats with the piping as well, which again, very yacht inspired, which I think is a lovely touch and definitely adds that element of luxury to the car. Now, to clear up a little bit of the confusion that is floating around the community with regards to this car, and that mainly being, is this limited or not? So there is a model, a very limited edition model, which is the 175th anniversary Abarth 695 Rivale. That there, they only made 350 units, of which there was 175 convertibles and 175 coupes. So what's different between that and the car I'm currently driving? Well, the main difference is being that on the 175th anniversary version, you get the 175th anniversary writing on the dash. You also, behind me here, have the 175th anniversary embroidery on the seats. You also get different wheels, and you get a very nice 175th anniversary badge on the door pillar. And I think that's pretty much it. The car I'm driving at the moment has the Super Sport wheels, which was a fan favourite amongst the Abarth community from the video that I just released. And I also agree, I think the Super Sports look fantastic on this car, and the overall look and feel of it is very luxurious. Sounds so good. So who would own one of these? Who would own an Abarth 695 Rivale? Now, without sounding stereotypical, I would say that this car is catered to be in locations, coastal locations, such as the French Riviera, southern Spain, and places like the Amalfi Coast. That's just my own personal opinion. It doesn't mean that you can't drive this car anywhere else. But I think people in those regions and people who are spilling money everywhere, this is a great little car that you would love to jump into after finishing eating your strawberries and sipping your champagne off your £2 million yacht. With this car running 180 horsepower, it still keeps this Abarth one of the more powerful of the Abarth 500 range, whilst keeping the element of luxury as well, so you can get the power but also keep that style and substance. If you want a more sporty feel, you want a more sporty look of a car, then I'd opt for the 595 Competizione all the time. This car also comes with the really nice Uconnect infotainment system as well, which has the smartphone integration, so you can plug your iPhone in and off you go. The sat nav is very nice, powered by TomTom. It tells you whereabouts your speed cameras are as well. But also, in keeping to the luxury element, this also has the Beats sound system. Now, for a lot of people, sound system necessarily isn't always the be-all and end-all, particularly when you have an Akrapovic exhaust behind me that sounds like this. And the Akrapovic exhaust itself is one of the best exhausts, in my opinion, for the Abarth 595 or 500 or 695 range. Not only does it sound great, it has the carbon tips at the end, but it also is a valved exhaust. So one touch of the sport button and you really get to hear what it's like. And particularly when you've got the 595 convertible, it makes it a lot more enhanced. You hear it a lot more. It just sounds incredible. And I think that that is a very nice touch to have on this specific car, particularly as it calls itself a 695. And in my opinion, 695s should be quite special. And I think that this car is. So what about this car to use as an everyday car? Well, it's a 1.4 litre turbocharged engine which is running the Garrett turbo. Fuel economy is good. Fuel economy gets you combined range of 47.1 miles to the gallon. Noted that that's probably if you drive it off sport mode and you drive it very carefully and you don't do things like this. Can't get over it. It sounds so good. But what do you pay for this kind of car? What's the price bracket? So this specific car on the road, this will cost you £25,200, which for what you get is quite a bit of money, but it's also quite a bit of car in my opinion. I think the additions such as the infotainment system, the style of the seats, the fact that you've got the uprated dash, the carbon everywhere, the Beats sound system, I think that's a fair price. I think that's fair game from Abarth in my opinion. So what about me? Would I buy one? Personally, no. And there's only a reason why I wouldn't buy one, is because I'm more of an Asbo and I prefer the more sporty feel. So if I had the choice over this or the 595 Competizione, I would always choose the 595 Comp for things such as the Seatbelt seats. I'm a big fan of the Seatbelts. This is catered more, in my opinion, towards a luxury lifestyle kind of individual. This setup is really good. I've got no qualms with it. The steering wheel I love the carbon everywhere, and it's a nice feel. You can chuck the car left and right quite easily. As with all the other Abarths from the range, the moment you hit sport mode, the steering gets a bit heavier, which makes a bit more of an engaging drive. But in summary, I think this car is stunning, and I would recommend anybody to at least have a go in one. And if you can fork out the money and you need something to take you from your yacht to the supermarket, or just to enjoy driving down the Amalfi Coast, Monaco, Spain, or Cornwall even, this is definitely the car for you, and the convertible is the one you want. I personally would have the coupe, but that's just me. But anyway, guys, that's the end of my Abarth 695 Rivale review. I hope you've enjoyed it. A massive thank you to Abarth UK for providing me this car. It's been really, really nice of them, and I've enjoyed it very, very much. My name has been Stef. You guys have been awesome. Over here for Instagram, if you haven't already, make sure to follow me there for all the pre-YouTube stuff. And I'm going to see you all very soon on the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.